On with concrete surface and design. We're at a residence house, a beautiful log home, and they got about 2,600 square feet of patio surface that just doesn't necessarily go with their beautiful home. So we're going to give it a transformation and do a decorative overlayment using a modified acrylic cement. I will kind of take you through the process of each steps, and can't wait to see the finished project. This is obviously the before. Good sized patio, and it hasn't been stained or sealed, so it's a porous surface. It attracts a lot of staining and algae, etc. But they're wanting to make this look really nice to go along with their gorgeous log home. And we'll be doing what's called our acrylic stain system. It's a modified acrylic cement that we hand trowel down over the surface, a real thin layer, giving it what I call a stone trowel texture. Then we'll stain it and seal it. We're going to be starting the prep work today. And as far as prep work, what we do in this particular project is we use acid. We do an acid etch of the concrete surface to really open up the pores of the concrete, of course, along with a high power pressure washing. Here we are on day 2. We did not get it all Acidetch and pressure washed yesterday. We got a little bit of a late start on it, but as you can see, we squeegeed the diluted muriatic acid across the surface, and now we're pressure washing it, and that really preps and helps profile the concrete, so then whatever we put to it has the best mechanical and chemical bond. Here we are after we acid etched and pressure washed the surface. We went through and did a crack fill with a 2-part polyurethane that bonds, that has a good bond, and it provides a little bit of flexibility. And we put sand in it to give us a good bonding surface for our decorative overlayment. We're back on the job. Some of our crack fill, we grinded those down to be flush with the surface. We still have some cracks that we crack chased out with the V-blade. A little bit more crack fill there to do. The surface of this had some pitting and spalling, and the surface delaminating a little bit, so we'll have to do a little bit of a pre-patch there before overlayment. Here we are applying the overlayment and giving it the texture. Alright, we're now in the middle of the staining process. We kind of pre-moisten the surface a little bit. And then when we apply the stain, it'll kind of roll out the high spots a little bit and get down into the low spots and darken a little bit more. Now this true color really won't show until we get a good high quality color enhancing acrylic sealer on it. And there's how we kind of accented the border a little darker. But when all finished with this, we'll show the sealer application, how it pulls that color out to what it's going to be for the end result. Here we're back on it after staining it yesterday, applying the first coat of sealer. Now the second coat of sealer will darken the surface up as well. Get our accent border there. Here we are on the log home patio decorative resurfacing. We have our 2 coats of sealer down with a non-slip additive in with the final coat. We'll just kind of take a walk around here, the finished project. I'm really glad we did the accent border, which really frames off the lighter color of the main part of the patio versus the log home, which is a darkened color. But it's got a real nice contrast with the light cromwell gray color of the patio up against the house. And some of the advantages now is being a non-porous surface, for one, very easy to keep clean, good stain resistancy, and it changes the overall texture to the whole surface. And this patio was done in several different times and pours, so had different broom textures. Some of the areas look newer than the others. Now it's all one uniform look. Project complete, and thank you for viewing.